Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. Zara talks to Sanjar about the purchase of the port. Sanjar comments that he will transfer his shares to Melik. Zara asks why. So Sanjar nervously replies that it's because it's the first purchase since he got his daughter back. So Zara warns Nair. They warn Sanjar that they found Nekdet, so Sanjar goes to see him. Nekdet asks him to let him go, telling him that he already kicked Manek out and accusing him of taking advantage of them. Sanjar shuts him up, but Nekdet complains about how he kicked Manek out of the house. Sanjar asks him not to pretend he cares about Manek, as he knows he only cares about the money. Nekdet tries to rebut, but Sanjar shuts him up and tells him that he will give him a monthly salary for the rest of his life. Nekdet, surprised, asks him why, saying that he will do whatever he wants. So Sanjar replies that all he wants him to do is to take care of Manek and never go near his family and Nair again. Zara follows Sanjar at all times and informs Nair of everything he does. Sanjar meets with Guven to give him money in exchange for giving custody to Nair instead of him. Guven asks him what happened to make him change his decision so suddenly, but Sanjar tells him that this is none of his business and that the agreement will be made directly with his lawyer. Guven asks him why he looks so calm, but Sanjar doesn't answer. So Guven leaves, but Sanjar stops him to ask him if he ever loved Nair. Guven answers that even if he doesn't understand, he loves his daughter, but Sanjar angrily throws him out. Elvan goes to the olive trees to talk to Sanjar to complain him for organizing everything for his departure and asks him when he is going to kill Akin. Sanjar asks him not to speak so loudly, but Elvan asks him who he is going to ask to take care of her. Since he cannot ask that to Yaya, Sanjar answers that she does not need anyone. So Elvan asks him who will take care of Nair and if he is going to ask Geddes to take care of her. Sanjar gets angry when he hears her. Elvan tells him that even if he doesn't want, that is what will happen, saying that even if Geddes had not fallen in love with her, Nair will still cry on her shoulder. Since they are very close and her departure will only bring them closer, Elvan complains to her for not waiting for Nair and instead marrying Manek, saying that now Nair has no reason to wait for him and he will only get Geddes to marry Nair if he kills Akin. Meanwhile, Nair and Geddes continue to search for Akin and make plans to prevent Sanjar from killing him. Rafika goes to see Geddes to complain that neither he nor Moog see her often. She also asks Geddes to go talk to Moog, because although she seemed to be better, she still doesn't want to go to work. Geddes agrees and goes to Moog. She asks him if he already found Akin. Geddes says no and proposes to go on vacation and then go back to work, but Moog answers that he quit his job. Geddes asks him why. So Moog replies that he can't be a good psychiatrist if he couldn't even see who Akin really was for 9 years. Geddes tells him that it's not like that and apologizes for saying that during the discussion, trying to encourage her and asking her not to punish herself like that. Moog tells her that because of Akin, she has lost her sanity and almost became a murderer. But Geddes gives her support, acknowledges the pain she is suffering and apologizes for everything she said to him before. Karaman shows the port to Guven to become his partner. Nair arrives at the olive trees and goes to talk to Sanjar, but not finding him there, she is frightened that he has gone to kill Akin, so she goes out to look for him. For his part, Sanjar is sitting under a tree remembering his moments together with Nair and wondering if they ever imagined that this is how their love story would end. Nair comes running and upon seeing him is relieved that he is okay, saying that she was very scared and that if he doesn't do anything to Akin, she is willing to forgive him. Sanjar, surprised, asks if she means it. Nair replies yes, but after thinking about it, she says she can't forgive him. Sanjar tells her it's okay not to forgive him. Nair invites him to a picnic with Melik, saying maybe then he will give up and even if not, at least Melik will be able to have a good memory of him. So Sanjar accepts. Geddes goes to see Karaman. Karaman asks him about Moog. So Geddes gets upset and asks him if he has found an investor yet. Karaman asks him why he cares. So Geddes tells him that if he hasn't found anyone yet, he will have to sell his shares to them. Karaman says that's not going to happen because neither his partners nor he will sell them anything. So Geddes scoffs and shows him the documents he has signed with his partners, clarifying that once those shares are bought, Sanjar and he will own 51% of the port and therefore he will be forced to sell them his share as well. Melik, Sanjar and Nair go to the beach. So Melik asks them to show him where they met. Nair asks Sanjar to be the one to tell him the story because as it will be his last day with Melik, he wants her to remember it. So Sanjar accepts and goes with Melik to tell him how he met Nair. So they both remember with nostalgia the first time they met. Melik also asks about when they got engaged, so they remember their story and sit down to eat. Sanjar receives a call that Akin is already well, so Sanjar gets up and looks sadly at Nair with Melik and then meets Kavarek and says goodbye to him. Nair sees that Sanjar is taking a long time to return, so she looks around and noticing Kavarek there, she realizes that Sanjar is going to kill Akin. So worried she looks at Melik. Nair goes to talk to Kavarek, who tells her that the time has come. Sanjar arrives at the mill and goes in to see Akin. Sanjar asks him if he remembers that place, as there is a reason why he decided to kill him there. Then he remembers that they met there. Sanjar takes out a knife and removes the tape from Akin's mouth. He begs him to reason, saying that he is making a big mistake, but Sanjar replies that the mistake he made a long time ago and now he will do the right thing by ending that mistake. Akin begs for his life as Sanjar prepares to kill him, however they hear a car outside. Akin screams for help, so Sanjar shuts him up and goes outside to see what's going on. Geddes tries to get in, but Sanjar stops him. Geddes yells at him that Nair is coming and asks him if he is going to kill Akin with her in front of him. Sanjar tells him to take Nair away from there, but Geddes tells him that if he kills Akin, he will not keep his promise and marry Nair. Sanjar says that Nair will never reciprocate because she only loves him and enters the mill. Nair arrives with Melik, while Sanjar prepares to kill Akin. Nair enters and begs him not to kill Akin, asks him to think about his daughter and threatens to let Melik see everything. Sanjar sees from there his daughter and drops the knife to run to her and hug her. Nair comes out with him and hugs them, while Geddes looks at them. Loki goes to see Manek. She angrily asks him what he wants. Loki tells her that on the way he saw Sanjar with Nair and his daughter, and that they looked very happy together. She shocked starts to laugh hysterically, but she starts to feel a strong pain in her belly and faints. Atik goes to help her daughter and realizes that Manek was pregnant. And so we end this preview. Until next time.